Hey everybody, just Jessie here. Happy New Year 2026. Can you believe it? Wow, I feel like time just gets faster and faster as you get older and older, but here we are. It is actually January 2nd. It's Friday. I had to work today. I'm on my lunch break. It is hard coming back after a week off of work, but it's been a good day so far, and I thought we would have a fun little video. You could see me face to face, and we're going to talk about my 2026 plans, my goals, and show you a few things that I think I'm going to try to do throughout the year to help keep the diamond painting going and have fun while doing it. I'm going to apologize. I sound congested. Louisiana weather got me. The sinus congestion has been a struggle for the past few days. The face hurts. It's hard to breathe, but we're doing it. We're going to live. We're going to survive, and we're going to get started. So, what have I been thinking? Well, I'm really trying hard not to buy diamond paintings this year. Now, I'm not on a zero or a no buy. I do think I'll probably end up buying kits, but I'm really trying to pare down what I buy and just be very, very mindful of what I spend my money on going forward for 2026. So, when I thought about how I would go about it, I had one idea that I've actually been toying with for a year, and it coincides a lot with Lizette from Lizette Crafts and Tells, where she's doing a refresher stash challenge where you work on your older kits throughout the year. I really thought about this last year, except I was kind of thinking of first kits that I bought from different companies just to kind of keep it from just being Diamond Art Club kits. Um, and so what I did the first challenge of my year, my goal is to have one kit constantly that I'm working on that is from the oldest part of my stash. And when I thought about it, what I decided I would do is I would go back and look at my purchases and pull the names of those kits. And I think I picked 10 kits. But to make it a little more fun and a little more interesting, I printed out the names of the kits and put them in this big bag. And so the goal really is when it's time to start on one of my oldest kits, I just shake up the bag. I reach in here. Now this is just an example. We will pick my first kit at the end of this. But then so I would reach in, pull out the cut up paper, open it, and it said I would do Rico, which is from Dreamer Designs, and I purchased that on March 14th of 2024. So then I would pull this kit and we would unbox it and kit it up and start working on it. So that is the goal for refreshing my stash, for keeping it fun, keeping it exciting, a little randomized. So we would just shake it up and reach in. And at the end of this video, we're actually going to pull the real kit. Keeping it random and keeping it fun, I thought I would kind of play off that theme with this. Now, what is this? Well, if you're like me and you like to read, maybe you follow some booktubers on YouTube, and a lot of times they will do a monthly TBR, which is a to be read jar, where they pull prompts out of the jar and then they try to match books to those prompts. Like, let's say, read a book that has a purple cover, and you go through your bookshelves and you try to find a book that matches that prompt. I love that idea. Unfortunately, I don't buy a lot of new books anymore just because it takes me forever now to read. I tend to fall asleep after 20 minutes of reading, so I don't read nearly as much as I used to. But I thought I could take that idea, the prompt jar, and turn it into a diamond painting prompt bag. So this is what is in this bag. And it's a lot like this bag here, where I cut up a bunch of ideas, printed them out, cut them up, put them in here, and then I would just shake it. And when I'm ready to work on a kit, I would pull a prompt. I would open that up, and this one says, oh, that's a big one. Grab a large kit and get to work. And then what I would do is I would go through my stash and I grab 2 or 3 large kits, We can look at them, talk about them, and then in the end, if I can't really decide which one out of those three, we'll let the random wheel picker pick the kit. I just think this is going to be a lot of fun to do. Um, and there's a lot of fun prompts in here, some for colors, some for artists, some for different themes. And I think this will be a way for me to shop my stash and keep things nice and fun without feeling a little stressed out with having to only work from the kits that are in my closet. So those are my two diamond painting challenges or ideas for the year. My goal is really just a low buy. Low buy meaning I have to be very mindful of the kits that I end up purchasing, and not just a kit because maybe I like the colors, but really do I see myself working on it and displaying it, or is it a specific artist that I like? Is it an image that I just can't get out of my head? Things like that. So to help me with my low buy, this year we're going to do two things. We're going to do a state of the stash every end of the month, and that is where I will talk about how many kits are in my stash, how many kits have been completed for the year, and if I've added any to it. And if I add to it, oh, and we're also going to do my savings budget. So the way I like to buy kits is I usually put money into a special savings account, and that is my fun money, my diamond painting, my hobby money, and that is the money that I use for that. So I will keep a running total of that, and if we spend any, then we'll deduct it, and it's all going to be somewhere up here, and not a fancy spreadsheet because I don't know how to do fancy, but it'll be something where we can document it. And that way it keeps me accountable for what I'm spending, what I'm buying, and maybe it'll help inspire you on how we can save money and not, use our credit cards or go into a ton of debt for a hobby that we love. The next part of that is I have to re-inventory my stash, and we'll do a total number, and then we'll talk about how many were completed. That'll subtract from the total number, and how many have been added. My goal, really, I would like to see myself reduce the stash by 15 kits, and more would be great, especially if I end up donating or selling some. We'll document that as well. And at the end of the year, I would like to have less than what I started with. I don't have a specific number. I think I can complete 15 kits this year. And I thought, that's a pretty good number. My goal is to get the stash under 100, which 100 was not even my comfort level, but I know it's above 100, so I would love to get it under 100. I just don't think I'll be able to do that this year. But long story short, or long story long, I'm going to start with X amount of kits, and at the end of the year, I'd like to have less than that. So I'd like to complete more than I bring in. There we go. And I thought another fun way to keep it random and keep it fun is by doing this. So the next fun part of my 2026 work on my stash challenge is something that I actually thought about last year around this time. I just never really fleshed it out and completed it. The goal last year, or the idea last year, was to take wrapping paper and wrap a bunch of kits. And then when I wanted to pick me up or I wanted a surprise treat, I would just unwrap one and work on it. I kind of did that, except these are all of what we would call my snack size kits. These are all my small kits. And I wrapped them all up, same wrapping paper. And in here, I have some prompts to pick a small wrapped surprise. But also, when I want something small, I don't want to work on something big. Maybe I'm towards the end of the month and I just want to get a quick little pick-me-up. I can reach into this bag and grab a wrapped kit and then unwrap it and have a surprise. And I think this is going to be a lot of fun. It helps me keep it fun, keep it fresh, and just another fun way to keep it random. And they're all kits I want to work on. So this way they all have an equal opportunity. I mean, like you can tell some are bigger than others, but other than that, I honestly have no memory as to which kit is which. And I'm really excited to dig into these this year as well. I don't know how many I'll finish, but it'll be fun to do an end of the year next year and kind of see which kits we worked on. So those are my diamond painting ideas and challenges for the year. I also plan to have some special kits to work on for events. There's an event in February, fairy tales and folklore, that Katie from Diamonds and Washi and Kate from Dr. Pepper and Diamond Painting are hosting, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I already have that kit picked out, and we'll unbox that and look at that in another video. So there, there'll be other kits that aren't a part of this, but that I do want to work on throughout the year. So I'm really excited. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to keep me motivated to work on what I have and not have a fear of missing out on kits, because I'll have a little parachute where I can buy every now and then. But we're going to track how long we can go without spending money on diamond painting or diamond painting accessories, because it adds up. And I think as much fun as it is to collect, sometimes the stuff gets a little overwhelming. So this year we're going to work on paring down and finding our favorites and enjoying what we have. Those are my diamond painting goals. I also have a exercise goal that some of you may not be interested in, but I'm holding myself accountable and I'm bringing you along with me. So my exercise goal really starts Monday. What is it? Monday the 5th, I believe. And that is with the idea of working out 4 to 5 days a week. Hopefully 2 days of lower body strength training, 2 days of upper body strength training, and then 1 day of cardio and stretching, either yoga, Pilates, or just a good old stretching recovery video. The reason why I want to do that is that I've been on a really good health journey this past year, and I just want to keep it going and track, I'm not quite sure if I'll track how much weight I lose, just because it can get frustrating. My body holds on to that weight like a lot of people. But I'm definitely going to track different things, such as what weights I started on at the beginning of the month to what weight I ended on at the end of the month if I go up. And if I don't, that's fine. I do have some YouTube videos that I'm going to be using, and I'll link those in a playlist that I'll make shareable. They're from other content creators, not me. And I think it's fun to try them out and to share. And of course, everyone's journey is different. So if it's not something you're into, I completely understand. They'll be at the very end of my month wrap-up videos, so you can ignore it or watch it if you want. And the goal is really just for me to keep myself accountable, but also keep it fun. And I really am excited about this year. We've got big things. I personally have big things. My son will graduate high school and start college this year. And we're looking at hopefully moving out of our tiny apartment into a home. I'm really hoping that is a dream and a goal that I can achieve this year. Fingers crossed, everything goes well. That'll be, months down the road, but it's definitely something I've been thinking about. I've been working hard towards for the past few years, and I'm really excited. This is a big year of movement and change is scary, but change is also exciting. So that's all I have for you. I sure hope your 2026 is off to a great start. We're going to work on my 2025 year in review video. Unfortunately, I didn't get to that before the end of the year just because I haven't been feeling well. I'm going to work on that. And I have a few other things up my sleeve that I'm going to work on, hopefully in January. And I'm really excited. I hope everything is coming up roses for everyone. I think we all deserve to have a really good year, and I'm manifesting, wishing, praying, hoping that is the case for all of us. Thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all have a good one. Bye.
Hey, it's me again. I forgot to pick my first kit of 2026, which will be one from my oldest kit stash. That's this bag. So we're going to shake it up and we're going to pick. Sorry, I'm holding you, so you might be a little shaky. All right, we got one. Let's see. This one is, oh gosh, it's a big one. Sam the Stained Glass Cat by Peggy Collins. I bought this January 29th, 2024, so that is pretty appropriate. I'm gonna go find it and look for that unboxing video because it is a big kit, but it is a pretty kit. All right, y'all, take care. I realized you didn't even see, but here it is, Sam the Stained Glass Cat. All right, y'all, take care.